Welcome to today's video where I will be discussing the tissues in our body. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more great content. There are 4 groups of tissues: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscle tissues, and nervous tissue. A zygote is a single cell formed by the fusion of sperm and ova. It gives rapid mitotic divisions to give rise to many cells forming an embryo. As cells differentiate, 3 distinct germ layers form, from which all tissues and organs originate. These germ layers are the ectoderm, which is the outer layer, the mesoderm layer, which is the middle layer, and the endoderm layer, which is the innermost layer. All tissues originate from these 3 germ layers. Tissue membrane is a thin layer that covers the outside body organs, internal passageways, and linings of movable joints. There are 2 basic types of tissue membranes. Connective tissue membrane is made from connective tissues and encapsulates organs like kidneys and also lines movable joints. Epithelial membrane is composed of epithelium and attached to a layer of connective tissue, for example, mucous membrane, serous membrane. Now let's look at the first tissue, the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues cover or line body surfaces and are classified according to the shape of the cells or according to the number of cell layers. Classification based on cell shape includes squamous epithelium, which are flat and thin, cuboidal epithelium, which appear wide or boxy, and columnar epithelium, which are tall or rectangular. Classification based on the number of cell layers includes simple epithelium, which has 1 layer, and stratified epithelium, which has more than 1 layer. Pseudostratified epithelium describes tissue with a single layer of irregularly shaped cells, giving the appearance of more than 1 layer. Simple epithelium is further divided into simple squamous epithelium, which is a single layer of flat and thin cells that resemble a tiled floor. It is highly adapted to diffusion, osmosis, and filtration, thus it lines the air sacs of the lung, is found in the kidneys, and in blood vessels and lymph vessels. Simple cuboidal epithelium is made of a single layer of box-shaped cells that cover the surface of the ovary, the surface of the lens, the retina, and the tubules of the kidney. Simple cuboidal epithelium specializes in secretion and absorption. Simple columnar epithelium is a single layer of rectangular-shaped cells. It is modified in several ways depending on location and function. It lines the gastrointestinal tract, the gallbladder, and the excretory ducts of many glands. It functions in secretion, absorption, protection, and also lubrication. Stratified epithelium is named according to the most apical cell shape. In stratified squamous epithelium, the outer cells are flat and it is subdivided into 2 based on the presence of keratin. These are non-keratinized and keratinized stratified squamous. Keratin is a waterproof protein, resists friction and bacterial invasion. Non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is found in wet surfaces subjected to wear and tear. It's found in the mouth, the tongue, and the vagina. Keratinized stratified squamous epithelium contains keratin and covers dry surfaces subjected to wear and tear. It's found in the epidermis of the skin. Stratified cuboidal epithelium is a rare type of epithelium found in the sweat glands duct, the conjunctiva, the male urethra, the pharynx, and the epiglottis. Its main function is secretion. Stratified columnar epithelium is also uncommon and found in the milk duct of the mammary gland and the anal layers. Its main function is protection and secretion. Transitional epithelium is a type of epithelium whose apical layer changes in shape depending on the volume of an organ. The apical layer tends to be large and rounded rather than flat. This feature allows the tissue to be stretched without breakage. Transitional epithelium is found in organs whose volume alters, like the urinary bladder, part of the ureters, and the urethra. Pseudostratified epithelium lines the larger excretory ducts of many glands, the epididymis, parts of the male urethra, and the auditory tubes. Its main function is protection and secretion. The main function of glandular epithelium is secretion. A gland may consist of 1 cell or a group of highly specialized epithelial cells. Glands can be classified into exocrine glands and endocrine glands based on where they release their secretion. Exocrine glands empty their secretion into ducts or tubes that empty at the surface of covering. Their main products are mucus, oil, wax, sweat, and digestive enzymes. Sweat glands and salivary glands are examples of exocrine glands. Endocrine glands secrete their products into the blood or into interstitial fluid. The secretions of endocrine glands are always hormones. Exocrine glands are further classified as either unicellular or multicellular glands. Unicellular glands are single scattered cells like goblet cells. Multicellular glands develop from simple epithelium and form secretory surfaces. They can release their secretions into cavities or through tubular ducts. The tubular duct can be single or divided into more branches. The ducts can either be straight, coiled, form pockets called acinar, or a combination of a tube and pocket called a tubuloacinar. Exocrine glands can also be classified on the mode and nature of their secretions. In merocrine secretions, the secretions are enclosed in a vesicle which moves to the surface and is released by exocytosis. An example of merocrine secretions is sweat glands. In apocrine secretions, the secretions accumulate near the apex of the cell, and the apex of the cell, plus the secretions are pinched off from the cell and released. An example of apocrine secretion is the sweat glands in armpits. In holocrine secretions, it involves the rupture and destruction of the entire gland cell to release the secretions. An example of holocrine secretion is the sebaceous glands. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos on anatomy and physiology. Make sure you look out for my next video on connective tissues, muscle tissues and nerve tissue.